Hello, my friends. It is Missy Gordon, the Meta-Mystic here. We got the devil at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to do a 3-card pull for you today. We are purging things right now. We're purging toxic patterns, behaviors, coping mechanisms, and this could literally be like overeating. This could be the way we think about ourselves, like the critical mind, right? Things that we picked up from childhood. Like, I'll just speak for myself. When I was a kid, right? I've struggled with weight throughout my entire life. And when I was a kid, I used to hide like candy under my pillows and stuff. There's a lot of shame, and we take that into adulthood with us, right? So that would be an example of this. It doesn't always have to be the extremes of the devil card that we're working through. We could be working through shame, right? We could be working through why we hide our true selves from the world. Why don't we want to connect with people? Well, maybe we have a good reason for why it's hard for us to make friends, because we came from toxic environments where the second we gave somebody a little bit of an in, they took complete advantage of that and used that information against us to use us and control us, right? So we're letting go of fears. The devil can also be fears, right? So there's a lot happening in the collective right now. There's a purging happening. That's just what keeps coming to me. There's a great purging here. So let's cut these cards. I already pre-shuffled. That devil message coming through, and now the 10 of cups at the bottom. This is what's gonna bring us the happiness we're looking for, the peace we're looking for. Like, I'm seeing somebody sitting in their beautiful backyard with like a koi fish pond and like a hammock, and I can hear the birds chirping, and they're sitting there with I'm seeing them holding their tea. This is the 10 of cups example that I'm giving right now. They're holding their tea, and that, the heat is emanating, and it's going up into the sky, and it's like you're watching the heat come off of that cup of tea, and you're watching it go up into the sky, and it's like for a moment you just stop and think, I can't even believe this is my life. Everything that I went through up until now, it's like I could just die right now in this simple moment, just sitting here with my tea. They're wrapped up in a blanket, what I'm seeing here. Looking out, and just the simplicity of the morning, taking a sip of that tea and thinking, you know what? This is 10 of cups. But how did we get here, right? It takes work. 10 of cups doesn't just happen, right? We need to create the 10 of cups. And how do we create it? A lot of it is through shadow work, because we can't get the things we desire to get if there's blockage, shame. You know what I'm saying? See? 6 of Swords. Moving away from those things. And for some of us, it's going to be a sacrifice. Some of us are going to have to cut off communication with certain people. Where are you going? Why are you leaving me? Why are you leaving me? Do you want your 10 of cups, man? And I know I'm not trying to sound harsh, but I'm saying, like, I've been through some stuff where I have had to leave situations that it was not cut and dry. It was not simple. It was not just like, well, you're toxic, I'm out of here, bye. It's like, no, this was like, it was, the imagery I'm seeing is when something is glued, like say you have something like glued, and you're trying to rip it off, and all that glue, it's like stuck on the other side, and it's all mingled together, and it's a very tedious process to clean that glue off the wall or whatever. If it was like, a bumper sticker on the back of your car, and you're trying to, it's like, that's the separation. It's not just a simple clean break. It's like it's a 6 of Swords process. The further you move away is like that process. And this could be over a period of time. You have to keep moving away. You have to keep progressing. You have to keep every single day when you feel ashamed because you overate or whatever, and you're flashing back to your childhood. I'll use myself as an example, where it's like you were having to count your Jenny Craig, calories and stuff as like a 7-year-old kid. There's a lot of shame that comes from all that. It's a daily moving away from all that, and it's stuff that we've buried. It's relationships that we didn't know were really killing us, and so it takes time to get away from these people, right? And like love and light, they taught us lessons. Thank you for the lessons, in all seriousness. Everybody plays a role, right? So we are thankful for that, but that doesn't mean we stay in those situations. It's Six of Swords. It's move away time. It's going to the new land, honey. Even if we don't have anything with us, it's like all we got is the clothes on our back, and we have this guide guiding us through the night. We don't even know like where we're gonna stay. That's the vibe here. And this could be emotional, this could be mental, this could be leaving a job, leaving a home, leaving a city, leaving a partner, right? This could be leaving old toxic behaviors behind that we have used as coping mechanisms. There's a lot here. Let's see what's next. The Fool, exactly. This is the Fool. This is like the process of the Fool, is like the Six of Swords. It's like when we get to the other side, what's going to be there? We don't know. So we're the Fool. When we get to the other side, when this ferryman drops us off on the other side, this is who we are now. We're the Fool. Right? We're completely starting over. We're signing up for another 10 years of spirit school, right? On to the next lessons, on to the next worldview, on to the next job, on to the next relationship, on to the next set of belief patterns, on to the next experience. That's the Fool, right? And it felt so hard to get there, but once we're there, it's golden, it's bright, it's sun. The sun is here. The Sun card is within the Fool card. There's happiness, there's joy, there's self-fulfillment, there's joy, and there's freedom. See how his body is open? And he's just open to experience. He's open. That's the Fool. It's a sense of like a relief in the new beginning. So if we're scared on the way there, once we get there, just know this is how you're going to feel, is like the Fool. And I mean, this is main character energy. This is like the sort of energy that people write movies about, is the Fool, right? The guy who goes across country, right? That's the whole movie. This guy. That's main character. That's you. That's what you're doing. So when you get scared, as you're going through, you hear the sounds of the water as the ferryman is rowing and you're shivering. Once you get to the other side, this is what's waiting there. And finally, the Queen of Cups. This is like you going through the water. Water. Once you come out the other side, it's just gonna be so much better. I can't stress that enough. That is why we do this, is to get to this, the new life, the new way, the new hope. We have justice here. This is what's going to bring that balance in your life that you've been searching for. The Queen of Cups to me is speaking about, actually, even though it's the third card that came out, it's speaking to me of the process of getting to the Six of Swords. Getting to the Six of Swords, making that decision to get on that boat with the ferryman, we've got to follow our hearts. This is Cups. 10 of Cups is about your heart. It's about how you feel. We can stay in situations for 10, 15, 20 years that make us feel like crap. and just keep staying and keep staying and keep staying. We're never going to make it to the boat if we don't have a revelation and an honest like powwow with ourselves that this is not working. This feels bad. This feels bad, right? This feels like the devil. We got the devil card at the start of this reading. This does not feel like 10 of Cups. This is not balanced, is what the Queen of Cups is saying. And instead of staying in the Two of Swords, we go to the 6. I'm tired. This is the Queen of Cups talking. I'm tired of just closing my eyes. I don't want to grin and bear it anymore. This is what the Queen of Cups is saying. I don't want to just grin and bear it. I don't want to close my eyes to the imbalance and the injustice. And that's when she manifests the way out. Look, 2 9s. 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands. This has been a long, hard road. And the Queen of Cups knows how to finally just take off the blindfold and be like, you know what, this just feels bad. This feels bad. You know, I don't like to feel shame. It has to be simple. Feelings are simple. They just are what they are. You know, they're indicators. It's like kindergarten level. This feels bad to me. This behavior feels bad to me. I feel ashamed when I overeat. I feel terrible when I talk to that person. I feel like I'm giving a lot in a situation and nobody's giving anything to me. Feel. Right? That's the Queen of Cups. If we want to get to 10 of Cups, we got to start here with the Queen of Cups. What do we feel? And we're going to find, once we identify that, and I think that that's sometimes why it's easier to stay in the Two of Swords, because we know that once we take that blindfold off, honey, we're going to have to go. Because we know we felt bad for a long time in certain situations and jobs and patterns of thought and behaviors. We know how bad it's felt. So we know when we take off that blindfold and we start being honest with our emotions, we know we're going to have to pack up and leave. And that's hard. And that's why many of us prefer to stay here. But let's not do that. Let's go for the 10 of Cups. Right? We got one life to live. This staying there, that ain't working. We want this kind of life. We want it. Don't we want to have adventures? You know, we're here to learn lessons on this planet. We're here to understand things. We're here to evolve as a species. We're here to experience the Fool. You're starting all over again with the Fool. It might have been hard to get here, but now that we are, that's where the true fulfillment lies. That's what we're about to find. We just have to take that first step of being honest with ourselves and making the change. And sometimes that change can be a real challenge. But when we get off that boat and get to the other side, that's when your movie begins. You know what I'm saying? That's when you feel like you're the one writing the script, because you are. You are. You want a 10 of Cups? Write it into scene 5. Scene 5, 10 of Cups. There you go. That's when it happens, is when we write it, when we create it. So there's hope on the other side. This is the purging. This is the purging stage. This is the waking up. This is the hard part. So of course it's going to feel hard. But there's hope. We have control over the narrative. We're the ones that write the story. We're the ones who write the script. And it's up to us. It's up to us to take the journey. It's not just going to happen. The point is the journey. That's why when we're sitting in that scene that I first described with the cup of hot tea, it's like you're sitting there remembering all that it took to get here. That's what makes that moment so sweet, is because of the journey of the Six of Swords that it took to get to this fulfillment. That's the whole point. That's the whole lesson. That's the whole, that feeling of like, wow, I've come so far. I'm so thankful that I'm here. That's what makes it the Ten of Cups. See what I mean? The story that you tell of the journey is the Ten of Cups. So, much love, my friends. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. If you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, I'd love to give you one. $30 flat, 3 formats, written, audio, visual, any way you want it. Also, you can get me on Instagram at honeybeemusic, B is spelled B33. Love to give you a personal reading. Check it out over on my Etsy. $30, 1 question, 3 cards, 3 clarifying cards. Come one, come all. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. Until next time, you take care.